Love don't mean a thing. I thought love was everything. My mama told me love ain't everything. It just causes more pain. Love don't mean a thing. I thought love was everything. My mama told me love ain't everything.
First, I want to say, shouts out to all my peoples that's currently living in California, from California, or about to move to California. What's up, though? And hopefully, real soon, I don't know how soon is soon, but I plan on living out there in California. What are some of the spots that I should be, looking at when moving to California? Let me know that in the comment section below. And I have a what if scenario. Y'all know I love asking y'all what if. So and I'm talking to y'all, what if, right? No matter where you are in the world, right? You can be in, I don't know, your bedroom. You can be in Africa, Australia. You can be in the bathroom. I don't know, just anywhere you are right now. What if a portal just opened, right? And what you saw in that portal was something just beautiful, amazing, right? Just something speechless, right? Look like you was gonna have a great time, awesome time. Would you go through the portal or would you stay here? Me, because of the times we're living in right now, I would definitely go through that portal with my Adidas 5000s on. Just saying. But let me know that in the comment section below. And I don't have popcorn, but I do got a snack. Hold on for a second though. And check peep. The shorts game. Peep out the shorts game. I mean, granted, there's swimming trunks, but just saying. Hold on now. Wow, what you talking about? This is not product placement. I got this from a kid that was selling these joints on the side of the street for $2. That's a lot for some fruit snacks. $2. I can get the same ones on a corner store for half that price, if not less than this. $2. Jesus, bro. But I mean, at least he's not out here, selling drugs and whatnot. He was a young kid. But yeah, at least he's not out here, doing, he could be out here doing worse things than selling these for some money. But let's get it though. Go. Right. Where the sound at? Hold on. Ain't no sound?
My name is Sean, and I live in Northern California, specifically the Bay Area in a town about 30 minutes south of San Francisco.
Okay.
I got out of school about 2 weeks ago. Me and my two closest friends, who I'll call Vic and Ben, all finished our sophomore year. The two of them are kind of troublemakers. They smoke and drink, and are your typical class clowns. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm more of an introvert, and very shy and quiet.
Oh, hell no, I'm the complete opposite of that. When I was in school, I showed my ass off. Granted, I got butt whoopings. My mom tore my butt up. But I was just a goofy kid. I was a goofy ass kid when I was in school. I've always been like that. Always, and I still am like that. But yeah, I always showed off my tail. I always was the class clown. It's just the way it was. Now, if you're naturally a class clown, right? You naturally you're just naturally a goofy person. All right, then you got my respects. But don't be out here, trying to be goofy or trying to be a class clown, because that shit is awkward. Just saying.
But they respect my decisions to not smoke or drink, which means a lot. For a bit of backstory with my friends, Vic and I had all of our classes together this year. He's very chill, but sometimes he tries to be the center of attention too much,
Right.
and can be very annoying at times.
Right.
Ben and I, however, are much closer, and I consider him to be my best friend.
Okay.
He keeps things real with me, and I prefer it that way. He's always trying to get me out of my shell and go to parties or hook up with girls. He gets pretty upset or pissed off when I don't want to hang out, as I prefer to stay home and be a couch potato.
Right.
So this happened last Friday. I was home doing nothing and was pretty bored. I worked out, played a bunch of video games, and watched some television. I did this every day since summer started, and I wanted something new. Around 4:30, my phone rang. It was a notification from our group chat. There was a message from Vic. Hey, any of you got plans tonight? Sean, if you have hockey practice, don't bother responding. I've used the I have practice excuse a lot, so I decided to respond. No, I have no plans. What do you got in mind? Vic replied, let's go tagging. If you don't know, tagging is graffiti. Ben almost got arrested one time when he got caught by a store owner.
Mm-hmm.
I replied, sure, why not? Where are we going to meet up? Vic and Ben couldn't believe that I was going out with them. They thought I was kidding and made some jokes here and there. Ben then said, let's meet at the mall near the Barnes & Noble. I'll get back to you guys later with the time. We all agreed on the plans and I waited. It was now 11:45 at night. I was watching Breaking Bad.
Damn.
And my phone buzzed with Ben saying, alright, I'm heading out now. This was my cue to put on a hoodie, grab a key to my house, and take off. I made sure to stay quiet so nobody knew I was sneaking out. The air was somewhat humid that night, and the streets were deserted. I walked to the Barnes & Noble, which was about 15 minutes away, and when I got there, Vic was waiting for me. And I saw Ben pulling into the parking lot in his dad's Range Rover. We got a kick out of it. Ben always thought he was the shit when he was driving that thing. We walked down the street to a bus stop, which they started tagging in bubble letters. I stood there awkwardly as my friends were breaking the law. To be honest with you, graffiti really isn't my thing. Write something, Ben said. I grabbed a spray can and wrote Pop Up, which was a song we all listened to by one of our favorite rapper groups. We continued down the street, and we saw that on one of the benches, there was a homeless man sleeping.
Okay.
If you live in the Bay Area or have been to San Francisco, you know that homeless people litter the streets.
Yeah, and I also know to leave them the hell alone. Just saying. Just saying. You don't know what their intentions are. Huh? Just keep your distance. That's all I'm saying. Please keep your distance. But I feel like the more I keep talking, the more y'all not gonna hear me. So just saying, what the hell am I really saying?
Oh, that's no big deal. Until Ben walked up and took a selfie with him as a joke.
Wow.
As we were standing there while Ben sent it to his friends or whatever, what happened next nearly made me shit my pants. A scream from Ben made me jump, as we saw the homeless man grabbing Ben by the back of his pants.
Shit.
Ben squirmed and punched at the man, as Vic tried to pull him away. I could see the crazed look in the man's eyes, wide open like floodlights, and a grin, exposing his smile with missing teeth and rotting black gums. We got Ben out of the grip of the man.
That's where you messed me with that shit. Talking about this weed shit. If I didn't want to come out here in the first place. Just saying. But I'm over here trying to be a good friend. And look where this got me. So, cluck all of this weed shit, because I'm not, you know, maybe you can help him out, but I'm not going to help him out. I'm not. Like, I'm already in my house, chilling. Just saying. Cluck all of this weed shit. Y'all are barely my friends. Just saying.
To run down the street, not caring about how much noise we made. We hid behind a sign and some bushes. Ben threw up because, not to my surprise, he drank beforehand and ran too fast. Vic couldn't stop coughing. Once we all somewhat calmed down, I broke the silence. You fucking idiot, Ben? I told him. He played it off by laughing, but neither Vic and I joined him. We all started to get up, but what we saw on the sidewalk had your typical horror film written all over it. The homeless man was standing under a streetlight. His head was down, and there was a knife in his hand.
Wow.
You guys, this guy has a fucking knife, Vic said. They were all frozen in fear, and the homeless man suddenly turned.
Frozen my ass. Frozen my ass. Bitch. No. Like, you like... But you know, I would say a lot of bullshit happens with kids nowadays, like you know, around their age, but that's pretty much anybody. That goes for anybody of all ages. You know, now I think more bullshit happens, you know, comes from kids or like, you know, young people, really young people. Right, like 20s and younger, but like, come on, bro. Like, you tell me right now, right? You with your peoples late at night, right? And you see a person in a hoodie with a knife coming towards you. You really gonna freeze like that, or you gonna haul ass and kick rocks? Let me know that in the comment section, because obviously I'm hauling ass, but obviously they on some bullshit. So I can't be hanging out with people like, I can't associate with people like this. I can't. Like, I physically, emotionally, and spiritually cannot hang out with people that be on some constant bullshit. And I'm sweating like hell because my AC has yet to kick on, and I'm not going to kick it on unless,
Back his arm and released the knife from his hand. The whole world seemed to slow down as I saw the knife flying in the air towards us.
So wow.
I jumped to the side and felt the knife whoosh by my head,
Whoosh my
barely
ass.
missing me by inches. We all took off from the hiding spot and booked it down the street as the homeless man started running after us, snarling like some kind of zombie. There was a Burger King still open, and I pointed it out, so that's where we started running to. Once we burst into the store, a few of the employees looked at us like we had 5 heads. I immediately pulled out my phone and thought about calling the police, but decided against it. Vic had a backpack full of spray cans and probably weed. I didn't want to risk him getting into serious trouble.
Clock that.
We waited at the Burger King until they closed, which is when we were forced to take a longer walk away from the street, where we saw the homeless man. We all got to Ben's car, and he dropped me off at home. There was barely any dialogue exchanged between us. All of us were trapped and confused in our own thoughts. When I got home, I never felt better to fall into bed, thankful that we all got out of that horror story of a night, alive.
Barely. And if I was a Burger King employee, and y'all came haul-assing and busting the doors open to come into my junk, to come into my Burger King where I work, excuse me. Thank you for anybody that said bless you. I would have said, no. You're not. I don't know what the hell y'all running from, but y'all not gonna bring that shit here. All right. So I'm forcing y'all. I'm physically pushing y'all out the door, and I'm blocking everything. We're closed, Mary. We're closed, Mary. We're closed, Mary. Jesus. Lock everything. I don't care about them. Okay. Like, I don't care about business right now. Like, those kids was running from something, Mary. I don't know what it was, but they was haul-assing. They not about to bring that whatever they running from here, Mary. All right, Mary.
I live in North Hollywood, California.
Right.
My brother and I live together in a nice, quiet neighborhood where not even car break-ins happen. Trust me, In North Hollywood, there aren't many neighborhoods like that. A few years ago, my next door neighbor, Jillian, adopted a dog to keep her older dog company while she was at work.
Right.
I work from home, so she would often ask me to let her dogs out around lunch, and sometimes again around 4 p.m. if she was working late. One day Jillian called and said she had a meeting after work and asked if I could go over twice that day. I said yes, and at around 12 p.m. I went over for my first visit.
What's her name? Jillian or something like that? First of all, that's a weird name. Second of all, I feel like Jillian is in cahoots. I know this second story kind of just started, but I'm just saying. I feel like she's in cahoots. Nowadays, seems like more often than not, people that you come across are in cahoots with some shit. Just saying.
Now, I should explain the basic layout of Jillian's house. As you walk through the front door, it's a pretty straight shot from the door, through the living room and dining room to get to the back door,
Okay.
which obviously leads into the backyard. The bedrooms and bathroom were on the left side of the house,
Right.
and the kitchen was on the right side.
Right.
Jillian always closes the doors, leaving just the dining room and living room for the dogs to hang out in.
Okay.
As I made my way through, I noticed that all the doors were closed as usual, and greeted the dogs, and took them into the backyard to do their business and run around.
Right.
While we were outside, I couldn't help but shake the feeling that I was being watched. I started to feel very uneasy.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing about that is, if you feel like in your gut that some clock shit is happening or is about to happen, like you feel like somebody's watching you, or you feel like something is just like about to happen, that's when you just say no and just you get your shit together, like ASAP, you know. You bring those dogs inside, but if they don't want to be inside, then cluck those dogs, and you protect yourself. Just saying, and make sure but because I have a dog, Peanut, right? I do want you to like save the dogs, so make sure the dogs are inside, and then after you and the dogs are inside, check the checklist. Please check the checklist. Because nowadays, nobody check the checklist. Hey, nobody check the checklist. Hey, you're not going to check the checklist. Hey, I'm not. Well, yes, I am. Yeah.
Put the dogs back inside as calmly as I could.
Right.
Made sure everything was locked up, and then I walked home.
Oh.
At around 4 p.m., I started back over for my second visit.
Right.
And as I approached the front door and put the key in, I had this sinking feeling in my chest.
Oh, shit.
I shrugged it off and went inside so I could
So now we shrugging. Now we shrugging. You telling me right now, right? You coming home from you going home, right? You coming from wherever the hell you came from, right? You going home. I'm high. I'm sorry. I probably look all dusty and all that. But look, all right. So like, yeah, you going home and you coming from wherever the hell you coming from, right? And you about to put the key, in your front door to go through your, to go inside, right? But right before, the second you do that, you get a gut feeling, be like, I don't know if I should go inside. Something not right. But then you hit me with it's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. And then you go inside and you get caught the hell up. Jesus, bruh. Come on. Listen to your arteries, bruh. Listen to your arteries. And I know damn well you don't got no Adidas on either. But somebody hella close to you has on Adidas. And because that person has on Adidas, those Adidas is sending like, Adidas vibes and signals, Adidas signals to your body, to your mind, to let you know that something is up, something is not right. But you gonna hit me with the It is what it is. I don't. No, bruh.
Here are the dogs. As I walked over to them, I noticed that one of the bedroom doors was wide open.
You got it.
I let the dogs out and started thinking back to my first visit.
You got it.
I was fairly certain that the doors were all closed. I thought to myself, maybe Jillian forgot something and came back to the house and forgot to tell me.
My ass.
I pulled out my phone and called her. Hey, did you come back home earlier? I'm here to let the dogs out and I saw that your bedroom door was open. What she said next chilled me to the bone. No, I'm just getting in my car to head home now. Why?
Why am I?
I wanted to run and scream, but I decided to act as normal as possible because I didn't know if whoever opened the bedroom door was still in the house. I told Jillian that I was calling the cops and hung up. I left the dogs in the backyard and went back inside and said aloud as calmly as I could, "Bye guys, see you tomorrow."
Wow. Wow. Hold on. Did I hear that right? You son of a dick. Hold on.
I told Jillian that I was calling the cops and hung up. I left the dogs in the backyard and went back inside and said aloud as calmly as I could, "Bye guys, see you tomorrow."
Wow, that's cropped up. So somebody or somebody's is in the house. And you really gonna leave the dogs there? You really gonna leave the dogs there? Like you dick. Jesus. You really gonna do that shit? See, if I was in your situation, I would have grabbed the dogs, right? And I would have hauled ass outside the house. Just saying. But you're gonna leave the dogs there for them to get clocked up. Wow. Now, if anything happens to the dogs, that's on you. That's on your conscience. Nobody else's but yours. You have to live with that. You know that, right? Damn, that shit was that's a dick move. You really did that. You really just care about yourself. You really do care about yourself. You conceited son of a dick.
But as I exited the house and started to dial 911, I heard Jillian's front door open, and a tall, thin man, I would say about in his 30s, emerged from the doorway and began to run towards me.
Haul it.
I ran as fast as I could to my door, which wasn't locked. I slammed the door behind me and locked it, and that's when I heard from the other side of the door, "I'm coming for you."
No, that.
Before I could hit the call button, I heard a window break in the kitchen. I realized that my brother was not home and had to fend for myself. I ran into my brother's room, went through his closet, and found a baseball bat. I could now hear the guy walking around my house looking for me. He came into my brother's room and looked under the bed. I stood up from my place in the closet and prepared for him to find me. I was sobbing as quietly as I could and praying that I would get a swing in before he got me. He stood up and made his way over to the closet. He opened the door and I swung and hit him in the chest. He fell to the ground, but managed to get right back up and knock the bat out of my hands and then shoved me to the ground.
Damn.
He then started dragging me out of the room. There in the hallway he met my brother, who had a knife. He had come home after he realized that he forgot his wallet. He stabbed the guy in his shoulder, and the intruder moaned as he fell to the floor. My brother kicked him in the face and told me to call the cops. Just then I heard sirens outside. Jillian had called the cops right after we had hung up. She knew that it was her crazy ex-husband who had broken into her house. The cops dragged the man out of my house, but later confessed that he had planned on killing Jillian, but heard that I had called her, so he decided to kill me and anyone else in my house as well. He was not well in the head, if you catch my drift. I hate to think of what would have happened to me if my brother hadn't forgot his wallet.
You know exactly what would have happened to you. Why would you even ask that?
This happened when I was 15.
Right.
My dad and I were driving my sister from San Diego to Austin, Texas, where she would start her new job. She had lived in Guam for a year, and she couldn't afford to ship her car all the way to Texas, only to California. So my dad and I loaded up her car and began the drive all the way to the Lone Star State. We had been going for a few hours and decided to stop in El Centro to get some gas and use the bathroom.
Okay.
I didn't have to go, so I volunteered to pump the gas. As my dad and sister went inside, there were a few other cars at the pumps and in the parking lot. There was a man about 5'10", average size. He was at the pump adjacent to ours. As soon as I threw some trash away, he began giving me this look of sheer malice and hate.
Jesus.
Being the unathletic turd that I am, I was slightly intimidated. My father walked out of the store and told me that he bought $35 worth of gas. He didn't seem to notice the strange man staring at me as he climbed in the driver's seat.
Yeah, that's because your dad is on some cluck shit right now. He's on some hella sus shit right now. I feel like he in cahoots. Just saying. Can't trust nobody nowadays, bro.
He was looking at his phone. I began to pump the gas and tried to make the best of the situation.
Okay, alright. Okay. Pump the gas. Like, and then, like, I know all gas tanks have this. Like, all, like, the junks have it. Once you get the gas, do the, like, lock it in place. And then while it's pumping, go into your car and lock that shit. Just saying. Just saying. Because I know you're not going to do nothing. I know your dad sure as hell not going to do nothing. Just pump the gas, lock it, and then just wait inside your car with the doors, all your doors locked and windows. And just wait for the gas to be done. And for some reason, if the guy is still outside, excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. For some reason, if the guy is still outside, then just don't do this. But I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. But just drive the hell off. Like, I know the gas tank, the pump is still connected to your car. But, I mean, you already got your gas. Just drive the hell off. If the guy is still out there. Just saying.
My sister walked out of the store, and I averted my eyes to look at her. And then I saw from my peripheral vision the man reaching into his pocket and producing a knife.
Damn.
He then harshly whispered to me to get into his car, or he was going to stab me.
Jesus.
I went in full defense mode and shoved the guy as hard as I could, knocking him off balance. He hit the gas hose that connected to his car, spraying him in gasoline.
Oh, damn.
As he fell backward, I hung up my gas hose and yelled at my sister to get into the car and for my dad to fire it up. We jumped in the car, and I think my dad saw the knife because he floored it the hell out of there. I saw the guy jump into his white Chevy and turn it on, but by that time, we were already out of the station and going back to the interstate. I told Dad what happened, and he drove even faster to get back to the interstate. I then looked out of the back window and saw the same white Chevy weaving in between traffic, seemingly chasing after us. He pulled up next to us, and that's when I saw that there was someone else in the passenger seat. The passenger rolled down his window and pointed a handgun at us, screaming at us to pull over. Instead, my dad hit the gas, bringing us up to almost 100 miles per hour. The Chevy was still next to us. Suddenly, my dad shouted at me and my sister to get down and brace ourselves. The Chevy then abruptly swerved and sideswiped us.
Damn.
But the collision caused them to lose focus, sending them into the far lane, where they hit the back of a semi going at least 90.
Damn.
As we sped away, we saw that their whole front end was smashed, and they were forced to pull over. We got off the next exit and went to a police station and reported the incident. After about an hour, they told us they found the broken down Chevy. Both the assailants had left it behind and had fled on foot, even before the truck driver could get out of his rig.
Damn.
Apparently, when I described the appearance of the guy, the police knew that he was a serial offender and had reports of him luring children into his car across the Southwest
Jesus.
and bringing them back to Mexico. He was wanted on several counts of kidnapping. After a few days, we were able to continue our move to Texas, and the rest of the trip went off without a hitch.
Wait a minute. Am I getting it confused? Isn't Texas?
Hey, what's up, guys? Uncle Unit here. and I hope you enjoyed today's stories.
I did.
As I said when I announced this video, I do plan on covering all 50 states if I can. Sometimes there just may not be enough stories to give a particular state a video, but we'll see what happens. And I think the next one is going to be, let me see. Let's go with Texas. So if I have any viewers from Texas who want to share their story, please send it into the email that's on screen right now. I'm also looking for submissions for Based on True Events number 5. So that's also in the works if you want to send in a story for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support, and I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, never forget, there's always a reason to be afraid.
It's been a minute since I reacted to one of his videos. All right, but like, isn't so? The last story, you said what? He went to they went to Texas. Isn't Texas like, I'm trying to like picture Texas on a map, and then where Mexico is or Mexico is. Isn't Texas right there next to Mexico? Hold on, I got it. Cause if that's the case, they need to move somewhere else. Hold on now. I gotta look at this map. Cause my geography might be a little bit off. I don't know if I use geography in the right context. I'm looking at it now. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Yep, it is. Wait. All right. Hold on. Right. What? Wait. Hold on. It should be. Yeah. Oh, okay. No. Hell no. Nope. They better find somewhere else to live, cause nope. Cause that's where the what's it? In the last story, like the van, like they was heading towards Mexico, but then the peoples is moving to what is it? Texas or something like that? Nah, nope. That's way too close. I feel like if they moved to Texas, the people that they was running from, they're going to eventually meet again, sooner or later, rather sooner, because Mexico and Texas is like this on a map. But I don't know, because I think Trump, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. I think Trump is building a wall, which, Jesus, bro, come on, Trump. But building a wall where I think Mexico is. So I mean, there's that, but then there's that. Like, that shit sucks. If he is really building a wall, like to block out, I guess like immigrants or just like, people living in Mexico, not to like, that sucks, because my coworker, she's Mexican, and she has family in Mexico. And I was like, do you have family in Mexico? And she was like, yeah, I have like my grandmother and like some other siblings. And I was like, so that means if like Trump is burning the wall, then you can't see your family then, right? She was like, yeah, that shit sucks, bro. My condolences. I'm so sorry for anybody that has to go through that. Like, that shit just sucks, bro. Like, Jesus. But I think story number 2 really took the cake, because she was just like, it was just a whole lot of hella red flags, and she just missed most of them and just like shrugged it off as if the red flags just wasn't in her clucking face. Somebody was just waving. It's like somebody was just waving a flag in front of her face and she couldn't see the shit. Hell no. But yeah, definitely number 2 took the cake. But if y'all want to see more, I know I haven't reacted to horror stories like this. But if y'all want to see more, just let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to try to react to more stories like this. I know I did it in the past, but yeah, just let me know that I try to please everybody, and it's hard, but I'm trying. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.